Inspiring You Show. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. So I am recording this or going live on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, everyone. We are shifting from 2024 to 2025. So y'all, we are going to do the 2025 Astrology Forecast, the year of cosmic completion and bold new horizons. That is right. So let's welcome 2025, a year that is inviting us to pause, reflect, and realign with the grand cycles of life. As a number, it is a 9-year in numerology. 2025 carries the vibration of culmination, a sacred moment of closure and completion. So the number 9, again, 2025 is carrying that number 9 year, which carries the vibration of culmination, a sacred moment of closure and completion. So with that, 2025 carrying the energy of number 9 year, which is really just about then what are we moving into completion, which is that vibration of closure, culmination, and release, which means then it is a time to harvest what we've sown and what to let go of what no longer really supports us. And I know that we say that, it seems like every month the full moon is coming in. But as you can see, the universe is really supporting us in terms of letting go of some non-beneficial patterns and programs that have really been in humanity for quite some time. So this is how it's supporting us. It's a time to harvest what we've sown and let go of what no longer supports us so we can have those grander shifts. The number 9 invites us to tie up loose ends, reflect on lessons of past cycle, and make space for the new. It is a year where we're called to honor the journeys we've traveled, let go of what no longer supports us, and prepare for the seeds of transformation to take root. If you remember, one of the energy theme forecasts from, I believe it was November, was about how transformation can come in levels of transformation. And so this is then the culmination and allowing us to shift into that grander transformation. So with all of this though, my friends, it's not just about endings. It is about paving the way for bold new beginnings. And I got to tell you, I am so excited for 2025 for many reasons. And we just did in the Inspiring You Patreon and the Meditate with Me an all access. Actually, it was for all the paid members for Patreon for the Inspiring You. We did a intention setting and goal setting weekend with multiple energy healing meditations. In fact, there was 3 on each day. And the first day was about intention setting, clearing anything that's blocking intentions, and also clearing out anything that's non-beneficial from 2024 or any other previous years to allow us to be set to call in those new beginnings. And then the second day of the retreat was all about goal setting. And I am still in the magic of that weekend because I just feel it's something that we started doing last year, and it just really helps me feel prepared going into the next year, where just having a whole weekend to reflect on reflect on the year and the previous years, and then having that time to really just reflect on what is it that I feel that I'm calling in for 2025, and then, map it out in terms of my goals and possibilities. And so I'm so excited for that. And, always leaving room in co-creation with the universe, because that's where there could be something even grander out there. So leaving the room for that possibility, and it can be a delicate balance in terms of our humaning experience for that. So I'm so excited, to see what this year is bringing. And so let's continue on with the astrology. So let's take a journey through the astrological highlights of 2025, weaving together the threads of closure, recalibration, and renewal that will guide us throughout the year. So while the numerology highlights endings, astrology reminds us that every ending holds the seed of a new beginning. Remarkably, 2025 is a standout year as 4 major planets and the lunar nodes will shift into new signs, a rare cosmic alignment that underscores powerful transitions. So let's follow the celestial order. Jupiter moves into Cancer, marking its annual shift. Saturn steps into Aries, beginning a fresh 2.5-year cycle. Uranus transitions into Gemini, starting a new chapter after nearly a decade in Taurus. Neptune follows, moving into Aries for the first time in over a century. The lunar nodes will shift into Pisces and Virgo, setting the stage for karmic and collective realignments. While Jupiter's movement is expected, it changes signs roughly every 12 months. The slower moving outer planets like Uranus and Neptune bring profound change. These shifts signify the wrapping up of long-term cosmic cycles, paving the way for entirely new themes to emerge. I mean, hello, I'm excited for that. Bring on the beneficial new themes, please. Thank you very much for the highest good with ease and grace and abundance and joy and peace and harmony. Thank you so much. And then adding to the intensity, I don't know why that just made me laugh. I'm going to take a moment. All right, y'all. And I just want to also note that yes, I've had a chest cold for a week and I actually feel great. I may not sound 100%, but I feel great. Blessed be. And I just am so in marvel of the physical body once again. Like, body, like, y'all, you are amazing what you do. It is amazing. So just giving testimony to that. The body is just such a beautiful, amazing, amazing piece of just divine intelligence, that the healing effect. But I will do a podcast later on that of what I learned in regarding to going through it, because I hadn't been sick all year and really in a long time like this. And so I don't know, I just had a lot of moments of just really acknowledging the body and gratitude and just so much learning from it. But another episode will be on that. Okay, so my friends, adding to the intensity of 2025 features the retrogrades of the cosmic lovers Mars and Venus back to back. We begin the year with Mars retrograde, encouraging, and if there is an episode, a podcast episode just on that as well, so you can find that in one of the episodes. It encourages us to recalibrate our energy and motivations. Just as Mars moves forward, Venus retrograde takes its turn, guiding us to reassess how we give and receive love, resources, and connection. So together, these retrogrades occurring in the year's first half call for a deep pause and reflection. The universe seems to be urging us to really slow down, which obviously I had a real slowdown at the end of December here, where all I could do as I was moving through the chest cold was slow down, pause, reflect. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Thank you, divine intelligence of the body. So the universe seems to be urging us to slow down, realign with our values, and ensure our actions are rooted in clarity and purpose. And what's also interesting about values is what you valued last year or the year before, you may be complete with. In fact, I was really surprised as we were doing our goals and values on the second day of the workshop. I was actually really surprised at some of the values coming in were values that I hadn't specifically worked with before that were coming in to, to be major ones for me. So I'm really excited about that. So which goes into where being present in your life, not dittoing it or autopilot. Where are you now? And are you aware of, what values that you are aligning with, what intentions that you are aligning with in regard to your everyday? So as the planets complete their journeys and open doors for new beginnings, 2025 asks us to honor the cycle's closing and trust in the opportunities emerging on the horizon. It is a powerful year to release, recalibrate, and step into the next phase of our evolution. And so with that, 2025, a year of balance, harmony, and powerful shifts, my friends. The year 2025 introduces a new eclipse cycle in Pisces and Virgo, inviting us to harmonize the spiritual Pisces with the practical Virgo. These two zodiac signs carrying nurturing feminine energies that encourage us to align with our intuition and embrace our spiritual gifts while staying grounded in the daily life. The cosmic dance between the ethereal and the tangible offers opportunities for deep integration and growth. Adding to the intensity of the year, we will experience two blood moon eclipses, one in April and another in September. Known as the most transformative type of eclipse, these celestial events often signal significant endings and shifts, perfectly resonating with the energy of the 9-year numerology. The vibration of 9 supports closure, release, and preparation for fresh chapters ahead. New beginnings. So, 2025 also brings significant planetary movements, hinting that the pace of change is accelerating, my friends. That is right. So, if you thought we were an accelerating year last year, buckle up, friends. We are in acceleration mode. While we might not fully grasp the magnitude of these shifts just yet, we are likely to receive glimpses of the new energy building towards 2026. That's right, 2026. And numerologically, 2026 marks the start of a 1 year, symbolizing fresh beginnings and new horizons. So, as we navigate this transformative year, the cosmos offers guidance to honor both the spiritual and the practical, embrace closure where needed, and prepare for the bright new possibilities awaiting just around the corner. So, let's break down the major astrological events of 2025. Navigating the retrogrades of 2025, a year of reflection and realignment. 2025 brings a rich lineup of retrogrades, offering opportunities for growth, reassessment, and even creativity. Retrogrades often get a bad rap, a bad reputation, but they serve as cosmic invitations to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. Y'all, we got to shift that mindset about this. We have to let go of that story narrative that was put out long ago and understand the new consciousness on this. Or it's not new, it's new, maybe new to some of us here, but to the planets in the universe, it's not new. So, the cosmic invitation to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. So let's break down what each retrograde means for you and how to work with these energies. Jupiter retrograde is going through February 4th, 2025. As I mentioned, there is an episode just on the Jupiter retrograde. The year begins with expansive Jupiter retrograde. This isn't a time to worry, but rather a chance to reevaluate your hopes, your dreams, and long-term goals. When Jupiter stations direct on Tuesday, February 4th, the energy shifts, encouraging you to align with your vision and start manifesting. However, Jupiter's influence feels more like a flow of creativity than a call to hustle. So there is a difference. So let yourself be in discernment on that. Mars retrograde, December 6th, 2024 through February 2025. So it went from December 6th, 2024 through February 23rd, 2025 is when it's going to go to. Mars, the planet of action and drive, also starts the year in retrograde, lasting until February 23rd. This can bring a temporary slowdown in motivation or productivity, but it's a perfect time to reflect on how you use your energy and what truly fuels your passion. What fuels your passions? Mars began preparing for its retrograde journey back in October 2024. And perhaps it was at this time that we started to dip or feel a dip in our energy levels and perhaps even a shift in our motivation. Or maybe we started to feel some heated emotions arise within us, begging to be explored. Maybe we also felt a need to maybe armor up in some ways and protect ourselves. It was at this time that Mars began planting seeds for the retrograde journey, which officially began December 6, 2024. Now, as we move into 2025, Mars retrograde is continuing to help us recalibrate our energy levels and what drives us. So, with that, we may feel extra sensitive or charged up when it comes to our home and our family life. Or we may find that a lot of our attention is being drawn in this direction. We may feel it is time to make changes in how we are utilizing our energy. And Mars will remain in retrograde until February, but won't emerge from its shadow phase until May 2025. So, with that, then, if you want to go to the Mars retrograde 2024 through 2025, A Mindful Journey of Transformation, that is episode 547, where you'll find the rest of the information there. Okay, so Venus retrograde, March 1st through April 12th. So from Saturday, March 1st to Saturday, April 12th, hold on one second, I'm going to pause. All right, y'all. I've chosen to do this in a live stream, which, I've had, which I'm coming out of having a chest cold. And so there's some still lingering coughing. And so I did not want to cough. So anyway, I'm just going to live stream this and then I'm going to put it up in the podcast as is because y'all, that is it. This is where we are. And this is the authenticity of where we are. All right. So we are, okay. So Venus retrograde from Saturday, March 1st through Saturday, April 12th, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and money, takes its turn in retrograde. That is right, my friends. So Venus begins its retrograde journey in fiery Aries and retraces its steps back into intuitive Pisces, calling us to reflect deeply on love, relationships, and our capacity to give and receive affection. During this period, old wounds or patterns tied to the heart may resurface, offering us a chance for healing and growth. Venus retrograde encourages reflection on relationships, self-worth, and financial matters. So use this period to reassess your values and priorities, setting the stage for meaningful growth once Venus goes direct. This retrograde can be, at times, a vulnerable, heart-opening, illuminating where we've been stuck or limited in our relationships. Coming on the heels of Mars retrograde, this Venusian journey adds to the intensity of the year's early months, creating a sense of tension or possible overwhelm. So make sure to lean in to use your tools. Yet, as we work through these energies, we emerge with greater clarity, alignment, and connection to our heart's desires. All right. Mercury retrogrades March 15th through April 7th. Also, July 18th through August 11th, and then November 9th through November 29th. So the infamous Mercury retrogrades occur 3 times in 2025. So those are the 3 time frames: March 15th through April 7th, July 18th through August 11th, November 9th through November 29th. So during these periods, clear communication is essential to avoid misunderstandings. Expect delays in travel, the return of old acquaintances or exes, and potential technological glitches. These retrogrades are reminders to slow down, to double check details, and practice patience. And then next up is Pluto retrograde, May 4th through October 13th, 2025. Pluto, the planet of transformation, stations retrograde on Sunday, May 4th. So it's May 4th and remains so until Monday, October 13th. This retrograde can spark deep introspection and encourage personal evolution. Venus is now direct, so Pluto retrograde can be an ideal time to consider changes to your appearance or lifestyle, aligning your outer world with your inner transformation. Neptune retrograde happens on July 4th through December 10th, 2025. Dreamy Neptune retrogrades from that February, July 4th to Wednesday, December 10th. This long retrograde encourages a deeper connection to your spiritual side. It's time to assess your life's dreams and visions, ensuring they're aligned with your highest good. While Neptune retrograde can feel foggy, its influence unfolds gently over time, making its impact less overt. Okay, next up, Saturn retrograde, July 13th through November 27, 2025. Restrictive Saturn goes retrograde Sunday, July 13th through that Thursday, November 27th. This period invites us to release control and evaluate the health of our relationships and commitments. Saturn retrograde is a powerful opportunity to work on boundaries and strengthen your foundations. Uranus retrograde, September 6th through the end of 2025. The year ends with Uranus, the planet of rebellion and innovation, in retrograde starting Saturday, September 6th. This transit encourages us to connect with our communities and focus on uplifting collective energy. As the winter holidays will approach in some areas on the planet, Uranus retrograde serves as a reminder of the importance of unity and support. 2025's retrogrades offer a year filled with opportunities to pause, reflect, realign with your highest purpose. By embracing the lessons of these cosmic cycles bring, you can find greater clarity, growth, and transformation. Take each retrograde as a chance to slow down, nurture your inner world, and set the foundation for meaningful progress ahead. Okay, lunar nodes move into Virgo and Pisces January 11th. The lunar nodes move into Pisces and Virgo, setting us up with a new eclipse cycle. With the north lunar node moving into Pisces and the south lunar node moving into Virgo, it seems that we're being called to step into a more of our intuitive Piscean qualities and to anchor our purpose towards the spiritual. We are invited, my friends, to feel with compassion and to remember that we are all indeed connected. With the North Node moving into Pisces, we hope to see a push towards more peace, love, unity, that unity consciousness, and harmony. We may see a rise in creativity or a greater shift when it comes to our spirituality. On the flip side, however, we may see more extreme religious views or harmful actions taken in the name of religion. Because remember, in terms of things happening, the old earth is clearing, means the patriarchy is clearing, and we're really shifting into the new earth, into unity conscious, into more balanced feminine and masculine. So that's where all this releasing and this clearing is important for individual and also collective. Neptune unlocking a highly intuitive beneficial portal can help us tap into higher dimensions. April 21st also brings that Saturn conjunct with the North Node, helping us to take responsibility of our higher calling. So here are some astrological other highlights of 2025. Chinese astrology is the year of the green wood snake. That starts on January 29th. So according to Chinese astrology, 2025 marks the year of the green wood snake, a time rich with intuition, wisdom, transformation, and adaptability. The snake teaches us the importance of shedding old skins, outdated beliefs, habits, or ways of being, so we can welcome new opportunities with open minds and flexible hearts. This year invites us to embrace change as a natural part of growth and to trust our inner knowing as we navigate life's twists and turns. So this actually, as I was sharing this information, I was thinking about the times that I've done ayahuasca, and I actually feel like I'm complete in doing ayahuasca, but you never know what the future holds, right? In this way where I'm open to all possibilities that are for the highest good. But in working with ayahuasca and or if you've done Kundalini in terms of the snake, in terms of the elements of the snake, it just reminds me of these aspects of like just shedding old skins and just allowing yourself to receive the alchemy for your highest good. Very, very interesting. So anyway, if you've done any of those two, you might know what I'm talking about, and I'd love to hear from you. I do know that just the other day in our retreat, somebody was talking about specifically Kundalini and the Kundalini rising in terms of the snake aspects of the energy. And sometimes he does listen to this, so maybe he'll comment in what in and anything that comes up for him when I'm talking about this. All right, let's go on to the blood moon eclipses. March 14th, Virgo, and September 7th, Pisces. So, two powerful blood moon eclipses grace 2025. The first in Virgo on March 14th, and the second in Pisces on September 7th. Blood moon eclipses occurring during full moons are catalysts, my friends, for significant endings, breakthroughs, and shifts. They often bring about sometimes abrupt changes, clearing the way for new possibilities. These eclipses also echo the Virgo Pisces eclipse cycle of 2015 through 2017. While the same events won't repeat, similar themes or lessons may resurface, offering opportunities for deeper growth and integration. These celestial events invite us to release what no longer supports us and align with our higher purpose, supported by the grounded wisdom of Virgo and the spiritual sensitivity of Pisces. So as 2025 unfolds, the interplay of these energies set the stage for a year of profound transformation, heart-centered healing, and intuitive awakening. Okay, so here are some other astrological highlights. So with that then, Neptune in Aries, March 30th through October 22nd. On March 30th, Neptune transitions into bold and pioneering Aries, introducing that fiery energy that calls us to align with our authentic selves and deepen our spiritual connection. While this placement encourages, hold on one sec, y'all. Hold on one sec. Oh no, I'm okay. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay, so while this placement encourages bravery and so I just want to say what happened was I could feel like, do I need to cough? And I asked Reiki to support me, and then I felt a huge shift in my throat. So, just consistently using the tools. I will also say though, I am somebody who is an equal opportunist when it comes to Eastern and Western, which in a podcast that I'm going to do about getting sick, I'm going to talk about how I utilize both in terms of the holistic and also in terms of Western medicine as well. My guides will encourage me to like, hey, I think you're going to need to go see a Western doctor. Hey, and I do call in the spirit doctor team for the highest good to help me. And, I can feel like the support and the shifts and the clearings and the support. But sometimes in the physical body, we live in a physical world. So we do need physical help in certain ways. And we also have to understand with the universe, and whether somebody believes in God or divine or whatever, they can receive downloads of information on something that they're trying to problem solve that could actually help humanity. And it's not also conditioned, just in, holistic versus like how Western medicine, it's not conditioned in that way. That's not how the universe works per se. So anyway, I'll do an episode about that. And then I still continuously use Reiki and do dowsing as well to help me in terms of the energies and rebalancing and the reharmony as well. Okay. So, and then I always call in the spirit doctor team for the highest good to support and ask for any wisdom or anything else I need. All right, so I was in the Neptune in Aries. Okay, so while this placement all right, let me just go back. On March 30th, Neptune transitions into bold and pioneering Aries, introducing a fiery energy that calls us to align with our authentic selves and deepen our spiritual connection. While this placement encourages bravery and a pioneering spirit, it also reminds us to remain mindful of ego-driven actions, both our own and those of others. So the initial stint of Neptune in Aries is a cosmic preview, as the planet will retrograde back into Pisces on October 22nd, returning to Aries for a more extended stay on January 26, 2026. So with Neptune moving so slowly, its influence is profound and long-lasting. So hold on a minute. Now I really need to. All right. So the initial stint of Neptune in Aries is just a cosmic preview, as the planet will retrograde back into Pisces on October 22nd, which I mentioned, returning to Aries more extended stay on January 26, 2026. So with Neptune moving so slowly, its influence is so profound and long-lasting that the last time Neptune was in Aries was from 1861 to 1875. Y'all, let me just say that again. The last time Neptune was in Aries was from 1861 to 1875, making this energy rare and transformational. So as Neptune concludes its journey through Pisces, we also close out a cycle that began in 2011. Reflecting, and also if you're in the Inspiring You Patreon, I will be sending out like a version of a transcript for this so that you have the actual blog on it as well if you want. And if you do dowsing, you can actually douse with the information too. And so that means that, if there's anything that you need to support yourself, you can strengthen, or if there's anything that you're going to need to be cleared, you can ask for what's going to be called need to be cleared, or you can use it on those dates too to support you in dowsing as well. Dowsing is just such a great tool. So as Neptune concludes its journey through Pisces, we then also close out that cycle that began in 2011. So reflecting on this period, consider how your spirituality, creativity, and worldview have evolved. Neptune, the planet of dreams, can blur the lines between reality and illusion, offering opportunities to shape your reality in fresh, meaningful ways. Goals or dreams seeded in 2011 may now have come to fruition or transformed into something entirely new. Y'all, I was just thinking back about my 2011. I mean, mine have transformed into something entirely new. So fascinating to kind of reflect back on. So cool too. Okay, solar eclipses, March 29th and then September 21st. So the Aries solar eclipse on March 29th marks the culmination of the Aries Libra eclipse cycle that began in mid-2023. This is a moment for clarity where the bigger picture becomes visible and we can more confidently move forward. Solar eclipses signify powerful new beginnings and heightened opportunities for manifestation. That's right, friends. You heard that. So under this Aries eclipse, set bold intentions. Let the universe know what you need. This is a time to trust in the magic of the cosmos and the power of your own desires. The Virgo solar eclipse on September 21st ushers the next chapter, grounding us in practicality and urging us to refine our plans with precision and care. Virgo's influence encourages us discernment and alignment with our higher purpose. So setting the stage for tangible progress in the months ahead. Together, Neptune's shift and the transformative energy of these solar eclipses make 2025 a powerful year for spiritual awakening, personal evolution, and aligning with our deepest truths. Okay, then Saturn in Aries, a preview of leadership and growth, is happening on May 24th. So on May 24th, Saturn shifts into the fiery signs of Aries, giving us a taste of what this transformative transit will bring. However, due to Saturn's retrograde motion, which we sort of already talked about, which we did, it will return to Pisces from September 2025 until February 2026, offering a brief preview before fully anchoring in Aries next year. It's like they dip in and out to kind of get us ready, get us prepared, to let us like get acclimated. So Saturn in Aries places a spotlight on leadership, personal responsibility, and the courage to take charge of our lives. It challenges us to stand confidently in our beliefs, take initiative, and lead by example. Well, Saturn's energy can feel sometimes demanding or even like sometimes restrictive. Its lessons are ultimately about building resilience and fostering long-term growth. Astrologically, Saturn in Aries is considered one of Saturn's more challenging placements. The fiery, independent nature of Aries contrasts with Saturn's disciplined, structured energy, creating tension. But with great challenges come great opportunities, friends, for transformation. Saturn, the master teacher, pushes us to overcome obstacles and step into our highest potential. Yes, please. Let's all of us. Can you imagine all of us stepping into our highest potential? y'all, that's like amazing. I mean, amazing. Amazing. One of the things I can do in terms of being an energy practitioner and working with, humans and the higher self souls, the multidimensional soul is oftentimes, you know, in the work you can see the potential and the understanding of the connection to the multidimensional soul, the blueprint, but the actualization of the potential in the humaning, I mean, yeah, that's like the most challenging part in regard to all of this. And so, with that then, all this cosmic energies is just supporting us to it. So, with that then, um where am I? Okay, so as Saturn prepares then, hold on one second again. No more. No, yeah, hold on. Okay. Um, the last couple times I haven't been like fast enough to, because I'm so excited about um I'm doing this. I haven't been fast enough to like, wait, I need Reiki sent and asking for few specific things. But that's the magnificence about being multidimensional is, sometimes you catch yourself and you are, and sometimes you're like, oh wait, I just was like a second not there. And so it just keeps you on your toes. And that's what I really love about the practice and using tools. It's not about perfection, people. It is about just really learning to use the tools and meeting the challenges and just knowing that it's, whether you get it or maybe the next one, it's all good. You just keep showing up and trying, friends. Just keep showing up and trying. That's what you do, my friends. Okay, so now, with all of this, as I mentioned, Saturn, the master teacher, is pushing us to overcome obstacles and step into our highest potential. Yes, please, for all of us. Looking back to move forward. So, the last time Saturn was in Aries was from 1996 to 1998. Y'all, where were you back then? 1996 to 1998, y'all. Where was I? I was going through college and then I had just moved out here to California from Massachusetts. So I was in my early 20s. So the last time Saturn was in Aries was from 1996 to 1998. That's where I was. Where were you? Tell me in the comments. Where were you in 1996 and 1998 through that time frame? I graduated from UMass Amherst in 94 and officially 94, more like 93, 94. And I did that graduating officially in that fall semester, but they put it as 94. And then I moved out here to California from Massachusetts. So where were you? Where were you during that time frame? I had been living in Amherst, Massachusetts, and then I lived in New York City for an internship, and then I had moved to Boston, and then from there, I eventually moved out to California. So yeah, so that was my trajectory of around 96 through 98. But where were you? What was happening for you? And I would love to hear. Um, Actually, I was slightly wrong about those cities. Cancel, clear all that I just mentioned because I was wrong about the dates about that. I actually had done that much, much earlier. I was already out in California during that time. All right, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. Okay, so reflect on this time to uncover themes or lessons that may resurface during this cycle. So, what were your themes that were surfacing? Which is interesting because for me, I mean, it really was coming out here, from Massachusetts to California. Yeah, I just graduated from college and it's about new beginnings, really about new beginnings, officially starting that like adult life where you're now like getting your own place officially. You're starting your life, starting your career. So those are some of the themes that were happening for me at that time. What about you? If you were born during these years, you'll be experiencing your first Saturn return, a significant rite of passage into greater responsibility and self-awareness. So as then Saturn prepares to leave Pisces, it's also essential to reflect on the cycle it began in March 2023. So what lessons, challenges, opportunities has Saturn been bringing to your life? These insights will provide valuable context as you move into the next chapter of your growth. So while Saturn's influence can sometimes feel weighty, it also leaves behind rewards for the effort and perseverance we bring to its lessons. Saturn in Pisces is a powerful invitation to rise as a leader in your own life, embracing the discipline and courage to create meaningful change. Okay, so Jupiter in Cancer, nurturing growth and deepening connections. Okay, hold on a minute again. Okay, there you go. We are all good friends. So, okay, Jupiter in Cancer, June 9th through mid 2026. On So this is all about nurturing growth and deepening connections. On June 9th, Jupiter transitions from curious communicative, hold on a minute, the drinking water just added to it. Okay, here we go. And I just want to also recognize when I was actually a television producer for TV, there's no way I would have ever let this happen where you could see behind the scenes like this, where it was so like you hear somebody like pausing to cough or, okay, wait, I just drank water. And when I first, when I first started doing podcasting, because it's a solo, I'm doing it by myself, like everything by myself. And this is how it supports me for the highest good. A lot of the things that, that in television, I would have been like, okay, we need to do X, Y, and Z. I had to really let go of, hold on a minute. I had to really let go of. And and so it's just awesome that I don't know that I've now just feel free of, okay, here it is, people. Here's where I'm at. Here's where my human is, and I am totally okay with that. And yeah, that's just awesome. I don't know. It just feels so freeing to be in this authenticity of just, here it is. This is what's happening. And also though, I will say though, from working in television, I did learn and build a lot of skills. I mean, I came out of working in television after 20 years with a ton of skills and abilities, and I'm also so grateful for that. But I'm also so grateful for this new evolving era and chapter in my life where it's just so freeing that I can do content and do productions, and I'm able to allow it. Here I am live streaming. Before I probably would have been like, oh, I need to do like multiple takes or, not let people hear behind the scenes. And now I'm like, here it is, people. Here it is. Humaning is amazing, challenging, complicated. And sometimes, you know what? The human gets a cold and here it is. So it's just awesome. And I'm just so grateful for this experience. And yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, let's talk about Jupiter and Cancer, nurturing growth and deepening connections. On June 9th, Jupiter transitions from curious, communicative Gemini into the nurturing and heart centered sign of Cancer, where it will remain until mid 2026. This shift turns our focus inward, centering attention on home, family, and the spaces where we feel most secure and loved. Jupiter feels at ease in Cancer, making this placement a harmonious and favorable one. Known as the planet of expansion, wisdom, and abundance, Jupiter in Cancer encourages us to cultivate deeper emotional bonds and prioritize the nourishment of both ourselves and our relationships. During this transit, you may notice heightened sensitivity, particularly regarding family dynamics or your sense of safety and care. It's time to explore what truly makes you feel supported and to take meaningful steps towards creating a more nurturing environment. Whether it's mending family ties, starting a family, or finding a dream home, Jupiter in Cancer brings an auspicious energy for all matters connected to the heart and hearth. So, opportunities for growth. Jupiter's energy inspires expansion, and in Cancer, this expansion occurs in the realm of emotions and personal connections. It is a powerful time to heal old wounds, foster closer relationships, and infuse your life with a more love and compassion. If you've been considering a move, renovation, or anything that enhances your sense of home, Jupiter in Cancer supports these endeavors. Reflecting on the journey through Gemini. As Jupiter settles into Cancer, it is also valuable to reflect on the themes of previous cycles in Gemini, which began in May 2024. Gemini's influence may have brought growth in communication, learning, and social connections. So you want to take a moment to consider how this period shaped your personal intellectual expansion, as it will inform the foundation you're building during Jupiter's time in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer invites us to embrace the beauty of connection, the power of care, and the wisdom of emotional growth. Use this transit to create a life that feels more aligned with your heart and soul. Okay, Uranus in Gemini. A new era for innovation and change. This is happening July 7th through November 8th, 2025. As July 7th, Uranus begins its transition from a steady earthy sign of Taurus into the dynamic, intellectual air sign of Gemini, marking the start of a brand new cycle known as the planet of disruption and awakening. Uranus shakes up the status quo wherever it goes, and this shift promises a wave of energy and transformation. Uranus will remain in Gemini until November 8th, when its retrogrades backs into Taurus for its final months in that sign, wrapping up April 2026. This brief dip in Gemini offers us a sneak peek of what's to come during Uranus's extended stay in Gemini, which lasts until 2033. That's right, friends. 2033. So then, looking at it from stability to adaptability. Since 2018, Uranus has been moving through Taurus, challenging our foundations, values, and stability. Taurus, ruling areas like finance, agriculture, and the environment, has been significant upheavals under Uranus influence. On a personal level, we've been asked to assess and strengthen the foundations of our lives, ensuring that we are resilient and aligned with our true values, my friends. That is right. So as Uranus shifts into Gemini, the focus turns to communication, thought patterns, and social interaction. Expect innovation and disruption in the realms of media, technology, and how we connect with others. Y'all, as I say that too, my friends in entertainment, I mean, I spent like 20 years in there, so I have a good amount of friends that are in, the TV industry. And when I think about like more disruptions, I mean, it has been the upheavals that they've had since the pandemic. And then there was like a writer's strike. And just earlier, I was reading, a former colleague of mine had put out this post on LinkedIn about how we need to normalize unemployment. Like in the entertainment industry, it is normal that you work on a TV show for or even a movie for like a couple months. It could be anywhere from like 2 months, 3 months. Maybe if you're on a long time project in TV for like a year or so, or 2 years, that's amazing. But then you'll go through pockets of being unemployed. and you'll have like 2, 3, 4 months off. But the challenge is that you can't necessarily relax because you're like, wait, when is my next job going to happen? And and then with, pandemic happening, and then there was a writer strike, and then also there's been so much change in how entertainment is happening. Like now where we're live streaming and there's so many channels. And so now with that, there's just, even though there might seem to be a lot of content on, from what I hear from my friends, there's actually less jobs. And so I've had so many friends that have been executives in television, hiring jobs that in the last few years have had to really dramatically change their lives in a lot of ways, sell homes. And I know a lot of people have had this. I certainly have had changes in my life from when I had work PTSD and career transitioned. But, there's just, going from what this is talking about in regard to the disruptions, in terms of media specifically, in terms of the innovation, but also disruptions in the realms of media technology and how we connect with others. I mean, y'all, I can really speak to that. And sometimes when we're watching content, we don't always think about those who've made it and what their lives are like. And so I just wanted to spotlight that on there because I do have a lot of people in entertainment that listen, and I just want to have a lot of compassion. And just in reading this post on LinkedIn, where this person was really honest about, just how terrifying it can be, and how, yeah, we got to talk about it more. Why aren't we talking more about how more often we can be spent on being on unemployment as opposed to sometimes being on jobs and entertainment, and to normalize talking about it so that we can talk about how we feel about it, and, whether we're feeling scared or fearful. And this person even mentioned at the end about how, you know, they didn't even put up that post until they had secured a job, because of fear of like, are people going to feel sad for me, or are they like, what are people going to feel? And so I just want to put it out there. And if anybody is listening and from entertainment and they want to read that post, reach out to me and I'm happy to send it to you. Because I think it's just something that, we do need to talk about. And it's also interesting because this started in terms of 2018, Uranus has been moving through Taurus, right? And then which is challenging our foundations, values, and stability, right? Where when you really think about that, Taurus then affecting those areas like finance, environment, but it could also be environment of like an industry, career industry. And then, now though, and thinking about then Uranus shifting into Gemini, turns on communication, thought patterns, and social interaction. It then is saying, expect innovation and more disruptions in the realm of media technology and how we connect with others, which on some ways, okay, that's really incredible. But also in some ways, it's just good information to know, where if you are in the entertainment industry, then really understanding, okay, there is just a lot of things that are shifting, and things could be shifting even more so, even though you may have known that from what's been happening. It's just good information to take on and understand, okay, if I've already been going through the ups and downs of, you know, having a show or not working, do I need then to consider putting my talents and my uses in other areas to allow me even more stability? Or do I want to keep riding the waves? And so it's just information, but you want to take the information and you want to make it actionable in terms of your life. You want to actually bring it into the overlay of self-realization of like, okay, Henry's saying these words, but you want to distill them down into, what can they mean for your own life? Because otherwise they just stay information. And if you're like, okay, great, X, Y, and Z, this is happening. But then all of a sudden, this date comes around and you're like, why is this happening? It's really taking the information in so that way you're conscious of it and it can start supporting you in a more mindful way. And so let me continue on then. Gemini's adaptable and curious energy pairs with Uranus' revolutionary spirit to spark breakthroughs in ideas, education, and how information flows, which, by the way, that sounds amazing. But you also have to realize, though, that means then, as we mentioned, something might be completing or releasing to allow a new beginning, right? So we've already seen major changes in the entertainment industry. So you have to then know, okay, what do I need to do for myself? How do I need to support myself? And you can ask your higher self, soul, and your guides. And it might mean that you are in this Uranus revolutionary spirit that's going to spark even more innovative ideas in your, whether it's career field or your personal field. I mean, who knows? It's amazing. But just start applying it as inspirational, actionable information, not just surface information. So this energy may also challenge us to rethink the way we exchange thoughts, engage in dialogue, and build community. So with that then, reflecting on Uranus and Taurus, as one cycle begins, another ends. We'll never experience Uranus and Taurus again, making now the perfect time to reflect on the changes since 2018. I mean, y'all, my life, it's amazing when I think about my life since 2018. It is so shifted. Holy, how have your foundation shifted? Y'all, I'm in a whole new career. I healed work PTSD. I career transitioned and I became a podcaster. It's just, of course, when I look back, I could see how it was all leading me up to this point. But it's just, I had resistance podcasting. I was like, oh, can I just make Instagram content? And I had to clear that. And then I got onto, the guides suggested last year to consistently go on YouTube and then up the ante to live stream. And I was like, really? Live stream? Ooh. And now here I am, live streaming, coming off of, a cold. We ebb and flow. What changes, what real changes have happened in your life? Really take time to look at that and marvel at it. And then how have your foundations shifted? My whole day-to-day has changed. I career transitioned a couple years prior to 2018, but I was healing, work PTSD and really coming at the tail end. And it wasn't, it was probably 2017. It was really 2017. I had been doing some practitioner work, but 2017 is really when I committed. But then by 2018, I really had the flow of the foundation. But my whole day-to-day life changed from when I worked in television. Now, it will be a Monday or Tuesday and I'll go for a long walk with my dog. I'll go meet friends for lunch. There's no way I would have done that when I was working in television. I wouldn't have time. So what have you learned and what has shifted? What have you learned about stability, resilience, and the strength of your values? When I think about resilience, it is resilience and, really my relationship with my guides and my higher self soul that got me through that work PTSD, because it was so painful mentally, emotionally, physically. And if I didn't have the strength of resilience to really shift me into okay, I don't understand how this can heal, but I'm willing, The guides are like giving me information. I'm willing to listen what they're saying. And I did, and it really helped me heal. So what about you though? What have you learned about stability, resilience, and the strength of your values? And don't go surface. Y'all, dig deep. Dig deep. Because if you really want to connect to your heart, the heart of the truth of who you are, and be authentic, and like authentic by really being in resonance of your groundedness and alignment of where you are now, this is the work. This is the work. And not just to be in your head about it, be really in your mental body about it, and be so heady that you're not connected to your heart. You want to shift from your head to your heart and really be in that heart space to go deep into it. Because then this reflection will offer you clarity and closure as you prepare to embrace the innovative, fast-paced energy of Uranus and Gemini. Uranus and Gemini invites us to break free from outdated modes of thinking and communication, encouraging adaptability, curiosity, and visionary ideas. And the shifts may feel unsettling at times, but they're ultimately here to awaken us to new possibilities and expand our horizons. Hold on 1 minute. All right. And when the shifts may feel unsettling at times. Yeah, because the humans got into a comfort zone. I mean, it wasn't exactly comfortable when the guides were like, last year when I was meditating on coming into this year, they're like, okay, you chose the word unstoppable. It came through. It feels, right for you. And so we also want you to go on live streaming, be consistent on YouTube now. What? Oh, that was uncomfortable and unsettling. I was like, can't I just stay in my comfort zone on my podcast and still posting on social media and going live occasionally on TikTok or Instagram? Nope. And it was unsettling. And oh God, I had so many problems with audio and video. It was comical. It was comical. And it was unsettling. But ultimately, here to awaken the new possibilities and expand horizons. And this community now on YouTube, oh my God, they're so amazing. Y'all are so amazing. I've received some of the I receive lovely messages from every platform, but I've received some of the loveliest messages from people on YouTube in terms of encouraging me and just being so incredibly just supportive and just beautiful. And I just like, why wouldn't you want to come onto a community like that then? Why would I say no, even if it feels unsettling in terms of understanding how a new platform works? So yeah, y'all, in our human experience, as we are learning and growing things, like it's like anything. It can feel super awkward. I don't know what I'm doing. I started making sourdough bread again. And at first I was like, wait, how do I do this? And now if you do sourdough bread, you got to feed the starter. Got to feed the starter. I'm actually thinking of an old donut commercial. I don't know if anybody remembers this donut commercial, but gotta make the donuts. Anybody know where it comes from? Gotta make the donuts. But anyway, gotta feed the starter. And I've gotten to a point with feeding the starter where I know exactly the measurement of I do 40 grams of, two types of flour and 75 grams of water. But I know the exact measurements now for it on, I scoop it and put it into the glass container on the scale, and it comes into 40 grams. It's like, whereas, just a couple of weeks ago, I was like, wait, how do I do this again? Oh, wait, that's too much. Like, oh my God, I put too much water. It's like 87 grams now. And now it's like tapping off, like maybe it's like 76 or maybe 74, but you know what I mean? So my point is, it's like the human has to be able to be willing to learn, grow, and evolve and learn. And even if you've lived past lives and you've done things and you have the knowingness, yeah, that's amazing. You can have the wisdom, but you might not have the full physicality of it yet. Or you might need to learn a new aspect of it. Are you willing to be open-minded and curious and learn? So that is what this is talking about here, because ultimately that is what awakens you to new possibilities and expand your horizons. Okay, next up, by the way, everyone, thank you for spending New Year's Eve with me. I didn't realize I'd be doing this really so much so on New Year's Eve. Thank you for spending New Year's Eve with me. If you are live streaming with me on YouTube and Facebook, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year's, my friends. All right, so let us move on to then Jupiter square Saturn and Neptune, June 15th, 2025. One of these standout alignments, by the way, I don't know if y'all recognize, my voice is getting stronger. I hear, like, there was about some minutes ago, I felt a shift. And even though I might like occasionally pause to cough, I felt a shift happen in my energy, and I felt a strength happen in my throat chakra. So I don't know if anybody else felt that energy shift, but I definitely feel a shift, and I feel a shift into, I can hear it too. So I don't know if you can hear it as well. And that's what's so exciting, is because I did turn on Reiki before, and I asked that this whole thing would be Reiki'd. And, you know, like I mentioned, I'll if I feel something, I'll ask then, oh, can you Reiki that and clear? But I might not catch it as well. But what's cool is that I can hear a shifting, and then my ear chakras like just opened up more too, which is just so, it's just so cool. Like, I don't know, being alive and this humaning thing is so cool in so many ways. And so just bringing in the gratitude, y'all. Ending one year, coming into another. Okay, Jupiter square Saturn and Neptune, June 15th through 2025. One of the standout alignments of 2025 occurs on June 15th, when expansive Jupiter forms a tense square with Saturn and Neptune. Squares in astrology represent friction and challenge, often pushing us to act and make necessary changes. While they may feel uncomfortable, these alignments ultimately drive progress and movement, helping us break free from stagnation. That's right. So this square arrives at a pivotal moment following months of slow-moving retrograde energy earlier in the year. The dynamic tension it brings can ignite fresh inspiration and encourage us to broaden our perspectives. It is a cosmic nudge to reframe limitations, expand our vision, and take decisive steps forward. Okay, so the planets at play. Jupiter, known as the planet of expansion and abundance, Jupiter amplifies whatever it touches. In this alignment, it magnifies the energies of Saturn and Neptune, bringing their themes into sharper focus. Saturn-Neptune conjunction. This rare pairing blends Saturn's disciplined, reality-focused energy with Neptune's dreamy, boundary-dissolving nature. Together, they highlight themes of structure, spirituality, and the delicate balance between practicality and idealism. Under this alignment, Jupiter pushes us to confront any tension between our dreams, Neptune, and our responsibilities, Saturn. It challenges us to find a way to bring our visions into reality while staying grounded and intentional. So, what does this mean for us? This square is a powerful catalyst for change, urging us to break free from outdated ways of thinking and taking bold steps towards growth. While the energy may feel intense or overwhelming, it's also an opportunity to reassess and realign with a more expansive and inspired perspective. So lean into the lessons this alignment brings, as it holds the potential to create significant breakthroughs, particularly in areas where you felt stuck or limited. This friction of this square is here to help us transcend barriers and boundaries, integrate dreams with inspiring action, and move forward with greater clarity and purpose. Okay, so with that then, that Saturn-Neptune conjunction is a rare meeting of vision and reality, right? And so So then Saturn-Neptune conjunction July 31st through 2025. This year, Saturn and Neptune both transitions into Aries, setting stage for their rare and transformative conjunction on July 31st. Although this exact alignment happens mid-year, these two planetary giants will hover close throughout much of 2025 and into 2026, weaving their influence into the fabric of this time. Saturn and Neptune's align approximately every 37 years. So every 37 years, Saturn and Neptune align. But this marks the first time they meet in Aries in our lifetime and the last. Aries, the sign of bold beginnings and courageous action, amplifies the significance of this conjunction, suggesting fresh energies and groundbreaking perspectives that are on the horizon. You know, y'all, when I was just saying this, the courageous actions, I was like, man, I wonder what I'm going to be called to do during that time. Because I feel like already this year, the guides were really encouraging me on courageous action on so many things. I mean, we will see, right? We will see. It's going to be interesting. And two, what I thought was courageous action, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be redefined too. That's interesting. Because I just got like a little bit of an insight. Okay, I'm going to be open to that and more soon. We shall see how that unfolds, friends. Remember this moment when I just said I got a hit on something? We shall talk about it around that time. Okay. Saturn, the planet of structure and discipline, thrives in the realm of practicality and tangible outcomes. So it's really blending reality and imagination. Neptune, by contrast, rules dreams, spirituality, and what lies beyond the physical. So blending reality and imagination. Together, they form a compelling dynamic, one that bridges the gap between the ethereal and the material, blending reality and imagination. So in Aries, this conjunction encourages bold, innovative ideas and actions that merge the practical with the visionary. It's an invitation to ground spiritual insights, Neptune, into tangible frameworks, Saturn, making them accessible and impactful into our daily lives. So with that then, what to expect in Aries. While it remains to be seen how these unique conjunction will unfold, the Aries influence suggests we'll see bold moves in pioneering applications of spiritual wisdom. And so new ideas, frameworks may emerge that inspire us to take action, blending the imaginative with the practical ways we haven't seen before. This Saturn-Neptune conjunction is a powerful opportunity to anchor spiritual ideas into reality, transforming inspiration into something tangible, meaningful, and enduring. And then, y'all, we're almost done, y'all. To close it out, a year of deep reflection and bold new beginnings, the first half of 2025 carries a slower introspective energy as both Mars and Venus remain in retrograde motion. This period may challenge our motivation and clarity, encouraging us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with what truly ignites our hearts. What ignites your hearts, my friends? It's a time to recalibrate and realign before taking inspiring action. And then in March, the intensity rises with powerful Blood Moon Eclipse. The celestial event may bring emotional upheaval and mark the end of something significant in our lives. While this energy can feel sometimes overwhelming, use your tools, my friends. It ultimately clears the way for brighter, more aligned possibilities to emerge. So as we approach then mid-year, momentum builds with the introduction of transformative new cycles and major cosmic alignments, including the rare Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries. This marks a turning point, inviting us to blend visionary dreams with practical, inspirational action and stepping boldly into new beginnings. And then September delivers another powerful blood moon eclipse, stirring emotions and shaking up our world once again. These eclipses act as catalysts for profound shifts helping us to release what no longer supports us and embrace the growth of what we cultivated throughout the year. By the close of 2025, the energy feels lighter, more expansive, and ripe with possibility. After navigating challenges and transformative shifts, oh, hold on a minute, everyone. Hold on. Okay. So then by the close of 2025, the energy feels lighter, more expansive, and ripe with possibility. And after navigating challenge and transformative shifts, we find ourselves standing on the threshold of new beginnings, ready to step into the new chapter with clarity and purpose. So, again, by the end of 2025, we emerge stronger, clearer, and more aligned with our authentic selves. The journey through the year's challenges and transformations prepare us to step boldly into the next chapter of our lives, ready to embrace the opportunities and growth awaiting us. So, with that, then, my friends, I am going to post a more specific calendar as well on, if you are part of the Inspiring You Patreon. I will be posting it there for my paid podcast members. So, and for all the paid podcast members, whether you are the lowest level or the highest level, so that way you can have it. If you want to join us there, feel free. Otherwise, I'll do a shortened version for show notes in the show notes, so that way you guys have that. But that is like all the dates, just to talk about for now. And with that, my friends, we are going to close out. And I just want to take a moment and to express gratitude to all of you. Y'all, thank you so much for being here with me. I so appreciate it. Thank you for anybody who's reached out to me. Thank you for anybody who's commented. Thank you for anybody who's subscribed. Thank you for anybody who likes. Thank you for anybody who has shared. And thank you just for supporting and being here in this incredible community. I feel so blessed and I feel so excited about, moving forward into the new year. Because I'm an intuitive empath, I have a strong relationship with emotions and frequencies, and also just being an energy practitioner. I really understand frequencies really well. So in the coming new year, I might do it some of the podcasts, but if you are on the Inspiring You Patreon and the Inspiring You paid podcast, I'm going to be doing some talks and meditations specifically about emotions on how to process, and then meditations geared to that, which I'm really excited about sharing about that to support people in processing emotions, understanding the wisdom, how to complete with it, and then just really talking more about shifting from being in your head, going into your heart space, and learning more about, not getting caught in such a headiness in the mental body that then it's becoming so imbalanced with the physical and the emotional and, the other bodies in that aspect, to learn more balance between the bodies to support you in more in the multidimensional way. And there's a lot more that we're going to be doing in 2025. I'm very, very excited about it. And I'm also super grateful. So, my friends, let's just take a moment right now. What are you grateful for 2024? What are you grateful for? Name 3 things that you are grateful for in 2024. I'm grateful for, fill in the blank about 2024. And then ask, once you've done that, what are 3 things that you want to release from 2024? I want to release from 2024 and be complete from. Name 3 things. And then what do you want to call in for 2025? Now that you've cleared something, what do you want to call in? Now that you've released something, what do you want to call in? And then I'm just going to ask that Reiki ascend to that for you for your highest good. If you wish to receive Reiki, say, yes, I like to receive Reiki for my highest good. And just taking a moment to let yourself receive it. And then take a nice deep breath. And if your eyes are closed, open your eyes. And before we go, we are just going to delink. So you can say this after me if it resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this talk. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance on either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask that the light fill all the void cells, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for my highest good with ease and grace. And take another deep breath. All right, my friends. So, my friends, with that, may you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful New Year's Eve, and wishing you a year of empowerment, renewal, and abundant blessings as we step into 2025. May 2025 unfold with grace, joy, peace, harmony, and abundance. And with that, my friends, much, much love. Stay inspired until soon.